All right. It's a detailing channel. Not really. So we had this discussion quite a while back. Should I rename the channel? I'm not asking that now, but I do play with detailing products. I do enjoy detailing to a point. I'm not a professional. I'm just a hobbyist guy, right? Just like most of you are out there that would watch a detailing channel. Um, some of the content just feels like it's redundant, some of it, and I do a lot of the redundancy as well. So I'm going to change it up today and just not even really detail related, other than it's a proper care of shoes. It's going to be taking care of your all leather shoes. If you're detailing, I think you should be wearing something all leather or with that resistant scuff guard on the toe and the sides for abrasion. Um, in the summer, it's hot. I realize that, but I think that's the best protection for your feet. And once they're broken in, they are very comfortable. Now, are you going to drop 150 to 600 on boots? You know, if you buy a Red Wing, a Heritage boot, a Thursday's shoe, JK or Nicks, Whites, you name it, it goes on and on and on. All quality brands. Will you do that? I don't know. I'm a huge Red Wing fan because I try to buy the boots that are made in the United States. It is an American company. They have a great heritage. I used to shop, it's funny, I used to shop at the store that I shop at now when I was a kid with my dad. My dad bought boots at the same store, same exact location. And it doesn't mean, I know, but anyway, so really what I want to know, hopefully a cobbler will take the time to respond. I've had 2 or 3 in emails over the years reply to me. Wyatt and son, or Wyatt and dad responded a while back on breaking in new boots, and they recommended something I'd never heard before. Put conditioner in the boot. I had never heard that. I did not try it. I had already had my boots mink oiled and was wearing them already, so I thought, well, not going to start over. Not that you have to start fresh. I could have put conditioner in them, and that's the one product I don't really have is conditioner. Just bring you over here real quick. I'm going to show you my cleaning routine, tell you what I used to do, how I do it now. This works for me. I used to clean my boots every month, watching Cobblers on YouTube. I love watching these guys. Really cleaning them monthly isn't necessary at all, but that worked for me for like 15 years with Red Wing. I never had a problem with a Red Wing boot. The only problem I've ever had is the sole will wear out because I walk bow-legged. It'll wear out on the side, right? But you can just send the boot back to Red Wing and give them $75 and they put a new sole on it. So I've made lots of mistakes over the year throwing away good leather. Just did it a month ago, cleaning up. Hey, get rid of some of this stuff you haven't had on your feet in a while. Okay, yeah, I just threw a bunch. I threw 3 pair away, 2 pair of Red Wings, and they had bad soles on them, but I should have kept them. The leather was still really good. Model 202 is what they were. Just going to bring in, that was a lot of rambling. That was a big intro for nothing. What I used to do, guys, and I guess you could do this any way you want to. I used to just take an old toothbrush like that and Dawn soap, literally Dawn soap, Joy soap, any dish soap you have. And I would literally just put like Dawn soap in a cup or a lid, or even on the ground, sit there and scrub it onto the boot. And then I would lightly rinse the boot with a fog of water, like a light mist. You know, down, obviously. Do not fill the inside of your boot. What number are these? I know these are Heritage, but I don't know the number. This is my first Heritage boot. And this was influenced really by cobblers out there because of the welt, right? The Heritage boots have a true welt. The boot I had a glued-on sole. So this is the 8828. This is a Heritage Red Wing made in America, baby. So to start with, you could take your insert out if you wear an insert. These are Red Wing comfort inserts. You just brush down your insert. You don't have to get real crazy about that. You could wash this if you want, but these have only been worn for like a month. A week back at work and like 2 weeks around the house trying to break them in. That's it. Then just throw that to the side. The laces aren't that bad. You can see that. Again, these are relatively brand new. They've only been worn at work for literally 7 days. 7 work days. Take the laces off if they're caked. What I do is I'll take some Dawn soap, some APC, saddle soap, whatever it is that you use to clean with. This is Bickmore saddle soap. I would show you, but I have water in the lid right there. It's this company here, Bickmore. Anyway, so, and you could just soak these in a cup or something, a little glass, shot glass, anything. Let them soak for a little while, rinse them out, hang them to dry. That's all you got to do. Bam. Put them on a hook, put them on the counter, put them in the sun, whatever you want to do with them. I do love leather laces. I feel like the leather laces, these are not leather, but once these break, I have some Nicks leather laces in my drawer. I will put leather laces on here. They seem to lock in better. What I mean by that is they hold. They don't back out. Like these, when they get broken in too much and too worn, through the day they'll loosen. They'll back out a little bit. So, and it's not the end of the world that you might have to tie your boot 3 or 4 times through the day, right? But that's what happens. That's why I love the leather now. But leather doesn't seem to be as resilient to the chemicals and moisture or diesel or gas or whatever you get on your boot. I don't know. The leather, to me, they break faster than these do, but they hold better. So you kind of have to flip the coin and figure out what you're going to do. Are you going to go for the leather that holds your lace better, that holds your foot more solid? Or are you going to go with one that lasts longer and you have to tie 3 or 4 times a day? Or double knot them. I mean, there's a couple trick ways you can knot your laces where they won't back out. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do with those. Those are brand new. I love these soles. They have a new version of these. I was told it's better, but you know what? When I find something that's comfortable, I don't really change that much. I love the green beds, the comfort sole. What's it called? Red Wing Comfort Force. I love those. My favorite by far. And I've had the leather insoles from Rose Anvil. It's a great sole, but it wasn't as comfortable as that. So I took it out, put those in. All right. So on a boot like this, and I may have to break away for a minute and go rinse it with the garden hose, honestly. When you have caked up stuff like this, that is cow manure right there. You got to get all that stuff off before you start cleaning it, right? And just brush them. Hopefully you guys can see this. Just brush them. Whatever it takes to get that crap off, right? Let me see the dust. Get down in the welt. That's going to be important. Because if you let stuff sit down in there, you're going to rot your laces. Could really hurt or harm the welt as well. And this is a leather welt. It's a great boot. This is probably the best boot I've ever had. I wore the 202 for 15 years. And I just decided to get this one. Basically because of all the cobblers I watch. These with the true welt are a lot easier to rebuild. And you can put any sole on them pretty much that you want. If you haven't watched a cobbler, most of you are going to say, I don't even care about my boots. We have a lot of guys at work that do that. They get 2 pair a year, so they'll go and drop $600 of the boss's money on boots, or $400 rather, because they don't have to buy them. They don't have to keep them. Now, had I kept the carcasses, the leather of my other Red Wings, I would have had boots for the next 7 years. I screwed up. I can't believe I just like spontaneously grabbed that pile of shoes and threw them away, not thinking. Resold those, dingbat. I threw away perfectly good leather. I'm disgusted, actually. Actually made me mad that I did that. So I'm going to show you with the saddle soap. Again, you can use dish soap and an old toothbrush. It takes a little longer. Dry them, let them sit overnight. It's what I normally do, but I don't have all night. I have 1 day. So these are going to get cleaned, set in the sun, and probably 8 hours from now, I will then start the protection regimen, which brings me to a question. If you guys do care about your shoes, if a cobbler's watching this, for years, all I used is mink oil, okay? Red Wing mink oil, and there's many brands. I finally decided to start using boot oil for break-in period, which I find, to me, seems like the boot oil works better during break-in periods. And then in the winter, what I'll do after, say, 3 or 4 months of wearing after I protected my boots, I will brush them down, just get all the loose debris off them, brush them down, and then I'll put a light coat of the Bic LP on them. The reason I go to this in the winter, this supposedly has a better barrier for chemicals. So if I'm going to be covered up some of the times to here in mud and water and maybe even some diesel or gas or pesticides, whatever. I want the best, most chemical resistant. Now, I've not tested this, but that is kind of one of their big selling points. It's chemical resistant. So I put this on instead of this. Now, Cobblers, I hope somebody takes 5 minutes to watch this, this is an annoying video for them. What do you recommend on a boot like this? Could I just get away with doing the Bic, Bic LP? Boot oil, like I said, I'll use this on break-in, and I use this when it's dirty and dusty and not muddy. So in the summer, if I need to recoat my boot, I'll clean them and then just boot oil them. Or do you layer, guys? Do you do the boot oil or conditioner and then do an LP or mink oil or a waterproofer? I mean, I really want to know what I should be putting on these. Otherwise, I'm just going to go back with my routine, which probably what's going to happen, because I doubt any cobbler is going to watch this damn video today. I doubt if at all. Might get one view actually today because of the content. But I enjoy the Red Wing boot. I enjoy learning about the boots. One of my favorite pastimes is watching cobblers. It's a weird thing, but working with leather, building a shoe, changing the look, fortifying the boot, reviving a 20-year-old boot that looks like it needs to go in the trash or a shredder, and they make it look not new, but like a year-old boot. It's kind of a great, neat thing. Anyway, let's start cleaning. I just recently, in the last 2 years, went to saddle soap, guys. For years, all I used is dish soap. I think I beat that horse to death, though. So what you got to do is get your dabber brush wet. Get you a little lather of saddle soap here. You don't have to get crazy with this stuff. This is a really good cleaner. And my main areas to clean are down in the laces in the top here for the open threads. But here, you want to get any grime out of this area. Just work it in like that. Because you don't want to try to put like a layer of mink oil or boot oil or Bic or conditioner or anything over grime. So just work this in. And from what I hear, this is a pretty aggressive cleaner. I love it, the saddle soap. I'm glad I started using it. Some cobblers don't use it. Some guys discourage it. Once I saw some cobblers using this, switched over to it, and it was one of those where have you been all of my life moments. So something like that, that's a nice first hit on that. I'll probably go around the whole boot, the whole boot, then come back and hit that again. So you're gonna wanna get the whole boot, obviously. Up here, just get some saddle soap on it and agitate it. Down at the welt, that is probably the most important part. And then you want the leather clean too, so you have to clean it all, but that welt is super important, guys. I can't stress that enough, especially if you have a quality shoe with a leather welt. Come on. Leather and moisture, leather and chemicals. I've had a pair of boots that sat with chemicals on them, not even realizing, because I hadn't protected them, and they were Red Wings. They sat while I went on vacation for 7 days. I came back. The leather was so dehydrated. The boot had curled up. I went to straighten out my boot and it ripped like cardboard because the chemical had set and dehydrated the leather so much it was literally cardboard. That's a true story. So even if you're going to spray an APC on these guys, if you're a detailer watching this, you have an APC, just spray it on, wipe it off with a rag, let it sit a couple hours and protect it. Put something on it. Bare minimum, some boot oil or conditioner. Very good for the leather. I like the Bic LP and the mink oil. Mink oil has been the staple in this house for years, for decades. It's just a good kind of conditions, protects, all in the same kind of fail swoop, Kind of does the best overall on that. Man, this leather's just getting broken in, starting to feel really nice. And the reason for the black, the green, not that anybody cares and nobody asked, but I hate white soles with a passion. And one of the only Red Wings you can get a black wedge sole in a heritage boot was to go with the green. So I was like, hey, I like the green. It's cool. Let's just do it. I don't care. Another popular line is the Iris setters at work where I work. A lot of the guys wear the Iris setters. It's a good boot. They're carried in the Red Wing shop. It's a good boot. I don't think it's Red Wing, but it's a good boot. All right. So this is kind of a boring video for all you guys. I know it is. I really, really, really hope somebody that knows these boots will at least respond. Tell me what I'm doing horrible, what I'm not doing, what I need to do, and how my protection routine needs to go. These didn't get real wet. I'll probably do one more light round with this, very light round, and call that good and get them in the sun, let them dry out completely, and then come back. Let's see, it's like 10 almost. Dang, is it almost 10? Man, I got lazy today. Didn't get in the garage till 9. That's horrible. Ridiculous is what it is. Good night. I thought I'd be out here like 7. Oh well. Anyway, again, that's the first light cleaning, but you can tell the difference, right? Look at the boots before and after. There you go. Hope you guys are seeing this, or at least what I thought I was showing you when I set up the camera. So these will go in the sun, dry out, and I'll come back later and protect them. If I don't hear from the Cobblers or any of them, I may not. You guys tell me what you do. If anything, I'm guessing most people are going to look at this video and be like, what? This is actually one of my favorite things to do. I love leather products. Thought about messing with some cobbling myself, but I mean, you need some machines, you need some tools. It can be expensive, and you need some leather to mess up. Do you want to do that? I don't know, but I enjoy it. So I enjoy a lot of things other than the detailing. The detailing stuff is fun. I do like it, but I like so many other things. So on this channel moving forward, just going to have some weird videos like this, just stuff that I enjoy. So, I mean, if you like it, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. It's cool. I mean, if you're on YouTube and you've been on YouTube for longer than 5 minutes, you're going to learn to take some heat and some criticism. I get blasted all the time. So it's fine and fair. So anyway, if you like this video and this content, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. We'll see you next time. I'm going to ramble on later. I've got a couple ideas on some videos, some detailing, some not. Some just talking about the society today and the mess we're in. People not holding their word and making deals and breaking deals. It's kind of annoying, but all right, guys, that's all I've got.